Hello and welcome to GeoBiz. We are here at Latin America Geospatial Forum. We have Bahamas representing Bahamas. We have Mr. Duane Miller, who is from the Bahamas National GIS Center. So let us talk to Mr. Miller. What are the activities and how Bahamas is representing in UNGGIS? Thank you, Mr. Miller. Can you tell us about the Bahamas National GIS Center first?
The Bahamas National GIS Center is the government's focal point for GIS matters in the Bahamas. We serve under the auspices of the Ministry of the Environment and Housing, and our role is basically to be the advisors to government on geospatial matters.
When you say advise the government, what all come under that? You advise various government departments on the plan of action, or they also provide some kind of services to these departments?
As a GIS center, we provide training to all government agencies. We also provide services to government agencies, as well as we advise government on the role that they should be playing in the national scheme of things.
When you say services, map services, what kind of services are you talking about?
Yeah, we offer map services. We also offer geospatial databases. We are now in the process of developing a spatial data infrastructure in the Bahamas. We have already gotten legislation approved by the government, and we are embarking on getting all government agencies mandated to support the geospatial data infrastructure.
So what is the progress that has happened so far?
Well, we have developed the infrastructure already. The legislation has been in place, and we are now waiting on regulations that will support the advancement of the implementation of it.
Is there a time frame after which you see this being implemented?
Well, we had hoped to have it implemented by now, but we have some snags, but we are working closely to get that done in short order.
As a National GIS Center, you're also part of, you're representing Bahamas in the UNGGIM Americas as well. Can you say what is the role that you play in the UNGGIM Americas?
As the government's representative to the UN on geospatial matters, we serve on the committee of the integration of statistics and geo information, as well as the spatial data infrastructure committee.
So what are the activities you undertake under this, and how are you progressing the larger mandate of UNGGIM with these working groups? What is your contribution to this working group?
We formed the working groups. There's been very, very little interaction with the working group. It may be because of the language barrier, really, because the heads of those groups are Spanish and Latin American persons. So we are trying to collaborate closely with those groups to ensure that we meet the mandate of the working group.
So, for example, the Spatial Data Infrastructure Working Group and Committee, what is the mandate of it?
Well, the mandate of it is one of the things that we got involved with at an early age of the UNGGIM is that we needed to get the Caribbean countries involved in geospatial information that is very much lacking throughout the Caribbean. And one of the things that we proposed at a very early stage was the development of a spatial data infrastructure for the Caribbean countries. And in that aspect, we had to first develop internal spatial data infrastructures within country. And so the role of this working group is to help to foster the development and implementation of the spatial data infrastructure within countries first, that will then be tied into a regional spatial data infrastructure that will then be tied into a global spatial information structure.
Fantastic. And with respect to the working group or the committee on the integration of geoinformation and statistical information, how has been the progress within your country?
Very slow. Statistics has a legal framework that they work under, and getting information out of statistics is very hard. And one of the things that this organization is doing, this committee is doing, is trying to find a way to bring those two areas together. And in doing that, we are looking at all of the aspects, the legal aspects, the technical aspects of census data and the collection of data, and how we could then move that into a GIS environment that could be used by most people.
Thank you so much, and I wish you all the best for much faster results in your initiatives.
Thank you.